or why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Jefferson in at the small forward position. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that. Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now it's a three-point Cavalier lead.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Here's Blake. Tolliver for three. Another three for Detroit.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Nobody near Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Detroit's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Blake kicks to Baines. Johnson outside. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
So for the Pistons, Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Ilyasova comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Jennings in for Caldwell Pope. Switch here also for Cleveland. James is checked in. Doubled by Smith. Jennings kicks to Drummond. Johnson with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Outside Jennings. For three. Can't hit. And Cleveland the other way now. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season. And quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
A second chance effort. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Brandon Jennings hits them both. Hey guys, Brandon Jennings, some people love his chaotic game. Some can't.
In your
see one of
faces.
the more polarizing talents in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever shoot for an efficient percentage or become a lockdown defender, Kevin. He's an offensive catalyst. He pushes the action, and he'll go on scoring binges, but I think he does more good than bad with his style of play.
This one for three. Again, Irving missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Jennings kicks to Ilyasova. And the three off target.
And talking about Brandon Jennings, he has an endless bag of tricks. Keeping the ball literally on a string, makes behind the back, no look, and off the backboard passes few players would even try. That unpredictability, though, can make him difficult to check and often forces defenders into positions from which they can't recover.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
And the call will be against Steve Blake. That's his first foul.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Now here's James. 20 points for him last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Now here's Drummond after LeBron James' miss.
Damn.
Drummond throws it down. Like he talked about a back-and-forth game, this is the definition of
Yeah,
that.
no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
You know, Brandon Jennings is that rare type of difference maker, a guy who can jumpstart your offense without turning the ball over. That's a valuable asset when you're trying to line up the W's.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
It's LeBron with the drive, and the basket good.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get to one. They just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
And Thompson kicks to Shumpert. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Detroit's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Here's Jennings. Rebound by Dellavedova. Cleveland's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Cleveland. Williams comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Jennings against Williams. Morris left side. It's back to Jennings. It's good, and that's just his third make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Here's James. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Outside Jennings. Varejão comes with the double team, and Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Ilyasova. Jefferson's checked in for the Cavaliers. Detroit making a switch. Tolliver's checked in. Outside Williams, looking to end the run. Again, Williams missing.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Shumpert. And another miss by Cleveland.
He has got a lot of confidence in his game. You have to if you think you can knock one down from there.
Yeah, you know, I think he maybe needs some time for some direct admonishing. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. The Pistons working the ball around now. To the wing right side. Here's Caldwell Pope, and there's another one for the Pistons.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
Outside Jefferson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Jefferson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Pistons ahead as they end the second quarter on a 14-5 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
I'm here with Kevin Love, and great effort out there tonight. Just a quick question. You guys did a tremendous job chipping away at that big deficit you faced early on. What changed?
Oh, man, we just executed, got good shots, and got stops. That was really it.
A winded Kevin Love. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Detroit. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they forced their way to some easy buckets, aggressively going to the rack, imposing their will. I mean, taking it inside establishes an attitude and toughness that you can't get any other way.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
You know, 2 things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense, but we also saw a motivated team take advantage of a team that didn't want to hustle. They need an attitude adjustment.
And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is just about to get...
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us.
What a great game for Love in this one. He has 12 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Johnson is out there with Ilyasova. And it's Drummond in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know,
Come on, God. Come on, man.
Defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Love. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Smith for 3. No good. Pistons leading by 5. They double him with James. Here's Johnson. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got his 4th assist in this one.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
Here's Jennings, following the basket by Kevin Love. Outside Jennings. He feeds it to Drummond. No good. Smith with some nice D.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling.
Rising up and